Welcome back to the channel, and today we are diving deep into the most ambitious and emotionally charged conclusion in science fiction television. Silo Season 4, the fourth and final season of Apple TV's groundbreaking dystopian masterpiece, which has already wrapped principal photography in March 2026, after filming in an old copper mine in Wales, and at Hoddesdon Studios in the United Kingdom. And if you believed the first 3 seasons built an atmosphere of suffocating mystery and slow burn revelation, you are absolutely not prepared for what showrunner Graham Yost and creator Hugh Howey have been constructing as the definitive end to one of the most acclaimed series in streaming history. A conclusion that will answer every question about the silos, the outside world, and the ultimate fate of humanity itself. Picking up directly from the explosive events of Season 3, which premieres July 3rd, 2026. This final season plunges viewers into the devastating aftermath of Juliette Nichols' discoveries about the true nature of the silos and the toxic veil that has imprisoned humanity for centuries, with Rebecca Ferguson delivering what early reports describe as the performance of her career as the engineer-turned-leader who must now guide her people toward a truth so terrifying that it could destroy everything they have ever believed about their world. The Season 3 finale reportedly ends with Juliette uncovering the existence of Silo 1, the command center where the architects of Operation 50 have been manipulating every silo from cryogenic sleep. And Season 4 wastes absolutely no time thrusting her into a direct confrontation with the powers that have controlled human destiny since the apocalypse, forcing her to make impossible choices between saving her own people and exposing the lies that have kept civilization alive. The narrative structure of Season 4 is expected to weave together 3 devastating timelines. The present-day struggle within Silo 18, as Juliette leads efforts to dig a tunnel to the abandoned Silo 17. The flashback revelations of how the world actually ended through nuclear fire and nanobot warfare, and the terrifying awakening of the WOOL leadership in Silo 1, who discover that their carefully controlled experiment has spiraled completely beyond their control. Ashley Zuckerman returns as Daniel, the architect whose past actions designed the very silos that now trap millions, and his character arc reportedly becomes the moral heart of the season as he grapples with the weight of having helped create the apocalypse. While Jessica Henwick's Helen provides the emotional counterbalance as she uncovers the full horror of what her husband's work truly cost the world. Steve Zahn's Solo, the eccentric genius surviving alone in Silo 17, becomes absolutely critical to the endgame because his knowledge of the Silo network's infrastructure is the only thing that can help Juliette breach the walls between silos and reach the legendary place known only as Seed, where the atmosphere is supposedly clean and civilization can finally restart. The new cast additions for the final season are nothing short of extraordinary, with Laura Innes, Reed Birney, Matt Craven, and Colin Hanks joining in undisclosed but pivotal roles that are heavily speculated to represent the original architects of Operation 50, the cryogenically preserved leaders of WOOL, or perhaps survivors from other silos who have been awakened to witness the end of the experiment, adding layers of moral complexity to a story that already asks whether the ends ever justify the means when the cost is measured in millions of lives. Tim Robbins' Bernard Holland meets his definitive end in the Season 3 finale, but his shadow looms large over Season 4 as the systems of control he maintained begin to collapse, while Common's Robert Sims and Chinaza Uchi's Paul Billings must navigate the power vacuum in Silo 18 with Sims potentially becoming the unlikely ally Juliette needs to unite the fractured factions of mechanical and IT against the common enemy above ground. Harriet Walters' Martha Walker, the brilliant mechanic who has been Juliette's surrogate mother since the very first episode, reportedly plays a heartbreaking role in the final season as she helps construct the tunneling machine that could be humanity's last hope. And every frame of her presence is designed to remind audiences that the deepest strength in this world comes not from power, but from the bonds between people who choose to trust each other when everything else has been taken away. Avi Nash's Lukas Kyle takes on the role of mayor in Silo 18, while Juliette ventures beyond the walls. And his relationship with her becomes the emotional anchor of the season as they communicate across impossible distances. Their love story unfolding against the backdrop of an extinction-level threat that makes every moment of connection feel like a miracle. Rick Gomez's Patrick Kennedy and Ian Glenn's Dr. Pete Nichols provide the grounded human perspective that has always made Silo feel real, reminding us that even in a world of conspiracy and control, ordinary people still fall in love, raise families, and dream of something better. The production design for Season 4 has reportedly reached unprecedented scale, with the Wales copper mine location providing the perfect eerie backdrop for the surface world sequences. While the expanded sets at Hoddesdon Studios now include the interior of Silo 1 with its cryogenic chambers, the tunneling machine in full operation, and the breathtaking reveal of Seed itself, a sprawling underground bunker filled with food, materials, and plant seeds that represents the last hope for human civilization. Directors Morten Tildum and David Semmel return to helm key episodes, bringing the same claustrophobic tension and visual poetry that defined the series from its very first frame. While cinematographers Mark Patton, David Luther, and Laurie Rose capture every moment with the same haunting beauty that has made Silo one of the most visually distinctive shows on television. Apple has every reason to make this finale unforgettable because Silo remains one of the platform's most critically acclaimed original series, holding a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and consistently ranking among Apple TV's top drivers for new subscriptions. And the marketing campaign is expected to position Season 4 as the definitive conclusion to one of the greatest science fiction stories ever told on television. For fans who have followed Juliette's journey from the depths of mechanical to the toxic surface and back again, Season 4 represents the ultimate test of hope, asking whether humanity deserves a second chance after everything it has done to itself, whether the truth can ever truly set people free when the lie has kept them alive,